with Nolagan, and it's going to kind of move close past some of you guys and look towards I guess move their way to Yugdrill. Do you guys kind of stay here just chilling out around, or what do you guys do generally?
Norlis makes his way back over to Attic. And Moritar.
Snowcap follows.
Her hand moves a little bit closer and she kind of looks to some of you. I have to say, Moritar was, whatever they were, was, at least helpful. Do you guys know what, I guess, why they chose to come here?
I believe they said since Abaddon and the rest of us helped with their goals, that they would help Abaddon's people since they no longer needed to travel with us. They wanted to see if they could assist your people in returning at least in part to Mount Flager, I believe.
Yeah, I know that. I just didn't know if there was a deeper resolve or interest, because they basically found themselves in a leadership role of sorts, even though it's before, I had fully arrived back. From what I understand is they had, how do I even say this? They kind of, through happenstance and maybe potentially their own ambition, found themselves kind of being something that almost warded off Wolfric to a mild degree until Abaddon showed up, from what I understand. Some of the paladins were underground, but not all of them. But Wolfric wasn't really was quite a hefty guy, and the chieftain was dead, and that person next to him, Sabo, was a lot stronger than really people thought they were gonna be. That's the kind of a weirdest thing. I don't know who Sabo, like, he was just some guy who showed up. Do you guys know who that was? If you guys don't, it could just be some guy. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, cause like he was human, but he's blue. Someone mentioned, I don't know what clan he was from.
Wait, I think I've kind of heard about this guy. Did he eat silver?
From what I heard from some people, well, I think, yeah, from what Zep told me, I believe he did.
That's all I know about him. Because I know Abaddon mentioned someone who eats silver and is blue.
Okay. I have a question for you guys. I guess for Yugdrill, you said you have a means to revive Zep, but you need certain materials.
Yes.
Is there any way I can? There's no shorter round. We have to get those materials to revive him, correct?
Yes.
Should I? I'm not sure how much time we have, but would you guys help me find these materials? Scavenge what we can throughout town? Unless there's a better way, but I don't... Or if you think I should just give up and accept reality.
We can certainly aid you in trying, but can't confirm that we'll be able to scrounge enough to make it happen.
Yeah. I just wish there was some way that Wave Goalie Revive people could work for Zep. Just, I guess too much time has passed. Right? Wait, right, that they weren't lying to me or something, right? Yes, you can hear this. Wait, why are you guys all silent?
You don't
Snow
speak
Cap
for
had nothing
Galia?
to say.
Why would we know their spells?
I don't know why you would. I guess. I'm sorry. I just have this idea that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe all of you, but Nolan, you're a wizard. I kind of thought you would. I guess you weren't there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can go in the back and see what we can. Maybe I can get oils from the salamander corpses or something.
Jade is typing.
Rebecca. Oh, you can't do something? Oh, it's over there, and she points to this what looks to be a wooden water containment unit with a lid that's been placed upon it. Indicating that they've kind of given them, I guess, their body is soaking in liquids, probably water, mostly because that's just a place to put it at the time. Maybe attempted to preserve a little, but it's hard to say. What? You actually can? Oh my god. Oh, Surtur. Oh, the wonders of the forge and flame. I always knew that when I saw that isle, saw that Surtur volcano, that there'd be something good to come from that land, and it was you. But I mean, not to say that there's your village is wondrous, but you know, it's not the biggest place, and it means so much that you would do this for me and do this for our clan. Thank you so much. I can't. Thank you. I'll be excused. Thank you, though. And she starts to kind of exit the room. Okay.
Glad
Then. Sorry, go on.
I'm glad that Galia is able to help them. They seemed quite stressed. I understand death has that effect on people.
You've not lost many people in your life.
No, that's what I mean. That I have. Why I understand it.
And I've lost more, says Attic. It's clear to me that we need a way to help prevent these deaths. And it may seem obtuse, and if anything, the exact thing that could cause it, but I feel there could be use for the wolf-bitten hand. I understand trying to hide it away, but if we're to do that, why here? I know other such places.
I can hide it on my own.
You could just throw it in the lava.
I don't think that would quite destroy it, but that is an option as well.
It would hide it. Not many people can actively.
Yeah.
I just saw someone who could reach into lava with no issue. I don't think
Can they see into it though?
No, but if they can detect it, which I can do.
Yeah, that's like a lot of things adding up together. Or we could just throw it into the, isn't that pointing over to the drained area? Isn't that meant to be a portal to somewhere?
Yes, there seems to be like some ladders down, and there is potentially like the light of some type of portal.
I believe that's just a plane of fire. That's actually one of the more livable plains of elementalness.
Yeah, but can't we just throw it into lava there?
It's more likely to be found in lava there than lava here. Because
Will it be found by anyone that will use it here?
Zlamu speaks up. Whoa! So you see, earlier apparently when they met us in the place, some things like not us, we were newts, but the salamanders and like some of those fire snake things climbed out, and also some of those lava mephites. And you remember those? Yeah, those were not fun. I think the mephites and the salamanders could definitely like swim in that shit. Swim in that wonderful heated goodness of flame and ouch. Yeah. Sorry.
right. Miss Attic, I don't believe you can use this in a way that is not inherently dangerous to you, both yourself and those around you.
Do you know what it does?
Pretty sure you need to cut off your hand to use it.
You don't have to do that.
I don't know if that
sure
one is necessary. To my knowledge, from accounts I've heard after, it frenzies beasts in a large area, whether they are trained or not.
There are ways, essentially, yes. Once you essentially, the fingers are moved into place, curled. Once you've curled them, you have to physically uncurl them to stop it. I don't know what the full limit is, but I believe every 15 seconds, that area of effect in regard to wolves and similar creatures is increased. Therefore, it could be used tactically if safely. But I also recognize it's quite a dangerous thing. I know there are some who I think can maybe use it better than us, but it's been a while. Are you familiar with the Wolf Knight? You seem silent.
I believe that's a no.
Did I not come through?
No.
Oh, I said I am not.
It's quite something. They're a warrior, clad in armor of steel like that of a wolf. Unlike my armor.
I don't believe wolves wear steel.
Certainly, that's true. But they're
Or
a
are made out
man,
of steel.
or maybe a woman. I'm not fully certain. I haven't heard them speak.
Point is, though, what about this Wolf Knight?
Okay, quick meta question. Can someone reasonably... Actually, do you think it's fair if I say that someone can speak casually if they're concentrating on a spell?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I would say that I agree with that too. I guess it depends on the spell, but I guess specifically the...
Objectively, I'd only been asked that question, but yes.
Yeah, I agree that's a shitty question. But I mean, I guess it depends on the question, the spell, I guess.
Unless the spell is like directly states you start chanting it.
Yeah, I guess that's what I should have said. Jay, does your spell involve chanting?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, good. I think we're good then. I don't know, I shouldn't have asked it that way. That was a very poor way of asking that, because obviously there's a lot of different shit. Actually, that's a stupid way of asking. I'm sorry.
You're good.
They also
But-
did say they did like kind of like leave the area to do the spell.
Oh, I thought they went over here to... Oh, they took like a person?
Can I drag it off screen and say I'm casting a spell for the next, in-world hour?
Okay. I could just have them do it on the map. If they just be like away from you guys, so they could hear you, but they're not gonna like move
Okay.
50 feet away. They might kind
That
of
works.
like from a distance be like, "Hey, it was that?"
That works.
Kind of awkwardly, if they wish to. They might be able to do something, but it's also possible that I believe there was a druid of the what was the clan? Yes, there was a druid of the Mannerfell clan who was quite reasonable. What was his name? It's been so long.
Miss
I believe they
Etika,
will.
I
A
believe
Blackwood.
I'm missing your intention here. What is your point?
I believe we either find an ally who can reasonably use this and set it for our side, or we try using it on our own, or we take it somewhere. And my suggestions would be either the Underdark, the fuel fuel, which is a settlement of centaurs and of mostly of which has horns, and we bury it there, or we find a way to send it to Scatterholm. To Scatterholm.
Or I put
Unless
it
you think
in
this
a-
place is safer.
Or I put it into a chest in which only I can access, and only when I prepare the spell.
I would like it. I can understand that, but I think we don't want to have. How do I say this? If you are, let's say, you're slain, what happens to it?
In 60 days, it'll find its way to the material plane at a random location. The chest.
There's just well, the world's big, so maybe that could be a good or bad thing.
We could throw it into the ocean.
I still have interest in. I don't know. I'm so conflicted because it is a burden on our natural system, so I have issue with using such a thing. But also, we use anything we can to defeat against Dorak. I guess the best thing to say is, do you have any special means to take down like a, let's say there's 100 Goliaths, and they block a valley pass. Are you going, like, what would you do to get past them?
Avalanche.
Just what I was
Murder.
thinking, I would. You're not here. I would,
Spiritually.
would say we collapse the pass on top of them.
Okay. Let's get more specific, actually. Let's make more direct. In the Freckcleft Alpine Tundra, there actually is a mountain pass like that. It'd be a little bit wide, but you could do it. But you would almost certainly make it so you would be able to pass. There's no good way to just simply, if you wish to do that, you'd likely be blocking it. It would mix with the soot from the ash hills and become quite impassable. Okay.
I can fly. I believe other people here can also fly.
Okay, so you simply fly over it. Can you handle harsh winds?
Yes.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Miss Attic. Here's what I'm not understanding. I don't see a grand use of this item in this scenario. Are they
I'll be
riding?
honest.
Are they riding onto wolves? Do they have wolves in their ranks?
Yes, but not the first thing.
To an
There is
amount
in the
that where it would
Crinchstar
even matter?
Pines. There's quite a few frost wolves in the Crinchstar Pines, north of Bonelaft. There's also plenty of wolves here and there. This land's full of them, but it's important to recognize that the reason I'm stating this is more so because I'm trying to make use of. In order to get such a thing, I went on to great lengths, and horrible things happened in regard to the will of Kodran, who's now, from my understanding, defeated, which I thank you for, if that's true.
Yes, you were there.
Huh?
You were there.
What'd you say? I was there. I thought I was told Kodran was defeated on Mount Flager. Is that not true?
Was Attic not literally there?
I have no memory of Attic being on
No,
Mount Kodran.
no, that's like actual.
Sorry, Mount Flager, Mount Flager,
that's
Mount
that's
Flager, Mount Flager.
Axer. I'm so sorry. That is Axer, not Attic.
Yeah,
My bad.
they are rivals. I didn't.
My
which is
bad, my
nice.
bad, my bad.
Regardless if you knew about that or not, I'm happy that you didn't mix them. Oh, I wasn't.
No, I'm sorry. That's a
Yeah, it
different.
must have been someone else.
Yes, no, different person. I am mistaken. No, that is correct. We did make battle with Kodran and slayed him in self-defense.
Huh. Well. All right.
Wild idea. Would it be possible to change the effect of the hand to target a different type of being?
You know,
You could study
not
it and
sure.
try. I don't know. Mortar didn't allow me to look at it. I guess you'd say. Like, I didn't ask either, but I could try and
might
study
know.
it.
From what I can see, it was kind of inside of them.
Yes.
I've heard of an enchantress who might be able to, who's quite good at certain things. Maybe they could help. But I'm not sure. I think the last time I heard they were staying near Ulsk, but they might have moved elsewhere. I don't think they're not from these lands. Albeit, given circumstances, it's possible they come farther down. Yes, if you know people who could do such a thing, or you could maneuver it. I'm not sure if it's a simple process about the item itself, or it can be modified via external means. I mean, I know for a fact the Fairy are, well, not necessarily unmodifiable per se. I used to wield an axe that was created from one.
So
Regardless, if we are to, what is your direct plan for the for Wolfman in hand? I will accept it.
At the very least, I would like to take it and properly identify it so I understand what I can understand from a surface level spell.
I guess that is fair. Well, once you identify it, we need to determine a place to take it. Obviously, we don't have the most time, but I think if there are certainly some places in the Underdark you could, or maybe you could take it back to that library of yours. I guess you probably have things there to store it with.
There's places it can be put, certainly.
That's to assume that the Alton Kingdom doesn't invade the Isle, but Oscaval's fairly far up that river. I think, yes. Okay, well, this has been a discussion. I've got some other things I'd like to do, but I'll leave the hand to you, I guess, for now. Just, I would be conscious about it.
I plan to be.
Because, well, actually, there's one last thing I'd like to say, which is, I've been looking at it for a bit, and there was something off about it, but never mind. I'm just must be my own thoughts and minds. Sorry. Okay, I'll see you a little later, perhaps. And they seem to kind of head off.
Alrighty.
Oh, what?
I said alrighty.
Oh, sorry.
Norlis will go and carefully attempt to remove the wolf-bitten hand from Orotar's armor.
Roll a perception check.
Visual?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
There's a claymore!
A total of 24.
As you start kind of trying to maneuver it out, You glance briefly, and you kind of see something, and then you get a chance to kind of look closer to it if you choose to. But to your left, more so on the south, I guess. Yeah, looking to the south, kind of down the hall per se. I guess this hall, like way back down here, you can just briefly see a hand, like kind of as if it's like kind of maybe two hands actually, kind of grasping outside like a wall, as if it's on the other, kind of at a corner, at a like a curve in the hallway, and it's hard to tell, but just being this far, given your high perception, you're able to very clearly tell that these hands are, well, they're very bluish, and they're coming from the ethereal plane.
Okay,
And they're
so
just
like,
kind of simply placed as if a person would be placing their hands along like a corner of a hallway.
okay, I take notice of this. This is like I'm looking past Jevabu.
Yes, all the way way back down here. It's like
Okay,
it's it's a very mild, distant thing, but it's odd because it's to you it seems like it's probably like 150 feet away or so. You
Okay.
could barely kind of It was just a quick little glance, and then you might have looked in the direction because of it being odd.
I take notice of that. And will keep my peripheral focus on that as I proceed to do what I said I was doing. Carefully removing the hand. Trying to.
Okay, I would like you to roll your choice of, let's see what just a straight strength check, or sleight of hand.
Just sleight of hand. A total of 21. Natural 18 plus 3.
Okay. You managed to remove the hand. Let me just check something. Okay, currently, I will mention that the hand is in a, just so I'm make it clear of its initial, actually I might have actually like mixed it up, but its default position is being curled. If I didn't specify it earlier, uncurling is how you activate it.
Okay, you did say the opposite way, so I'm glad you've just re-clarified right now.
Yep.
Okay, so I take out the
Okay.
balled fist.
Yes.
And I just kind of, for the time being, put it in my satchel with the intent to properly identify it in a little bit. Well, everyone, it's been a long day, I believe. Let's see if we can get some proper rest now. Get some drinks, some food, and some sleep. I'm going to take the time to identify many items that I've come across in the past few days.
If anyone has anything that they need identified, tell me. It takes some time per item, but I can do it without expending spells. It just takes more time.
I have something. Snowcap takes out 5 scrolls, a magic ring with a jade in it, and some chimes, and hands it over to Nornalis.
Alrighty.
I would say that Nornalis, you would know that they've been kind of like gathering a lot of items here and there for some while, and also these could either be from stuff they've gotten or possibly stuff from Draught. You would know that they definitely have a bag full of. They definitely have a lot of stuff on their possession.
Yes.
It's possible those greaves might be sticking out of your bag. I'm not sure. I guess that's up to you, unless you're wearing them. I don't actually know if you're wearing them.
Snowcap, I've noticed...
What greaves?
Yeah, no, I also don't know what greaves you're talking about.
Is that not what they're called? Oh boys, am I wrong on this?
Gauntlets.
Guys, was there gauntlets? That's what I'm.
Worm River
that's what I
Reaver
meant to say.
gauntlets.
I meant to say gauntlets. That was it. Yes, the gauntlets.
Mr. Snowcap, I know you've been coming across many things. Not to mention whatever you quickly looted from Draught before they ascended to godhood. Is there some reason you're holding on to these unidentified items?
I don't want to take up too much of your time when other people have items to identify.
No one else has spoken up. And I'm the one offering my time. You're not taking it.
You could also identify these gauntlets.
Wait, I will identify these gauntlets.
Am I getting, you can ask me to make a roll if you would like, Ambi. Am I getting the feeling that Snowcap is being, omissive for a reason?
No.
They're just a little harder.
So I'm getting the feeling that they're being omissive for no reason.
Yes, I guess.
Oh, all right.
I have a feeling Ambi does not know the word you're saying.
Are you being secretive for a reason? Are you hiding things for a reason? That's a better way to word it.
Snowcap isn't hiding things for a reason. He is not hiding things for a reason.
Okay.
But is he hiding things?
Yes, no. We know above table that the answer is yes. And now we know above the table the answer for a reason is none. Alrighty. That's all.
So I guess we would be returning to the tavern to have a long rest.
Actually, I have something. Would you mind? If you're identifying things, would you identify something of mine?
Who is this?
Attic. Something of mine.
I only asked because you said they'd left already, but that is perfectly fine. Yes.
Oh shit! You're right. I forgot. Oops. Never mind.
Charge them a fee.
Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
But yeah. Do we get our long rest?
Well, where'd you go?
To the tavern.
Okay. So you guys go to the tavern. and you manage to book some rooms. Eventually, after some not too long, Goler seems to come back. You guys seem to find that there's quite a few people in the tavern. Almost basically all of what you know, or at least some degree. There's Nola, Anne, and Anne. There's the Vera who runs it, and then also Arnold, who she's I guess essentially taken up as a helper of sorts. You see Scar, and then the paladin that had been kind of partially saved of sorts by Golir. And I'd say that's, and you'd see some of the fire newts.
You said we're at the bar/inn, like pub/inn.
Yes, and also
Did we get on that
finally,
map?
yes, and
Thank you.
finally, in addition to all of that, the Mamapadon is, I'd say, as time goes on, while you guys are sitting or perhaps going, actually, let me phrase this before even I say this. Would some of you just straight up go to bed, or would you kind of stay around and talk to people at the tavern and whatnot?
Normals will be a little social and chat with people before sitting down for, at this point, upwards of 3 hours, at least to identify an amount of items.
Okay.
I'd
say.
Do we see Abaddon within?
Well, that's
this...
the thing.
Okay.
There's two things I want to mention. One, I'd say as time goes on, the Mamapadon would wake up and clearly look around, and potentially try to get free. And so people can do with that. But before we get to that, Abaddon, I'd like you to make some saving throws.
Oh boy. Alright then.
Okay.
Which ones?
I'd like you to make, let's see it. Just check something. I'd like you to roll a strength athletics saving throw or a not saving throw. It's your choice of athletics or acrobatics. You're escaping it, trying to escape a grapple.
Oh Jesus, yeah, either is fine. I'll go with athletics.
Okay.
That is a natural 14 plus 10, 24.
Okay. I'd like to have you roll that 5 more times.
Oh, sweet God.
There
That's
are several things
12.
that do this. Okay.
16. 13. Natural 1. And 12.
Alright. I will describe what happens to you a little later. But I'll say initially, within the first hour or so, Abaddon does not show up. Okay. With that in mind, within this first hour or so, Norlis, would you say you'd still be active talking to people, or would you kind of go out and go to the back rooms on your bed and start identifying objects?
Norlis wants to be around people to a degree, so he's probably just listening to the ambient bar conversation, drinks clattering, plates getting settled down, and he's just in the corner table or booth, identifying items. He's done it a lot now, so it doesn't take a lot of focus. It just takes time to fully understand and identify the items now.
Okay. I'd say
What were you going to say, Dre, I think?
I was going to say, are you in a shady corner?
I guess you could say that, yes.
Oh, I haven't put you on the map here. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Correct. Yeah, I guess Norlis would be like where this guy is. Whoever he is. There's not a lot of tables in here. This place sucks. 1 star.
You can sit. Okay. Well, you'll be on the floor. There's a table here. I guess. They can maybe.
No, like
If you ask for his seat, he'll get out of the way. Otherwise,
No,
if
he'd
you
probably
yeah,
just
if you
sit
sit on
down
the
at a
floor next
table.
to him. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
I've been stepped on.
All right. Okay. In that
What
case-
is Jevabu up to?
That's what I'm about to ask. Jebaboo. As you this is happening and all that, you would start to notice, without even really do a perception check, just passive perception and whatnot, unless your passive perception is like actually is like significantly low, and I'm not aware of that.
It's not great.
What is it?
12.
It's not too bad. It's better than 11. Well, also you notice it. You would just kind of notice that it seems to be that the Mamaphodon is awake.
Okay. Let's see. It's probably going to be pretty crowded, and he's still like half, mostly buried
Yes.
in the ground, right?
And I believe his legs were brutalized by Abaddon. Just meta-wise, that did happen.
Yeah.
Or okay,
His legs?
right?
Yep.
How do you get to his
Yep.
legs
That
if they were
happened-
like buried?
It was before he got sunk in.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he messed them up pretty bad. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be pretty crowded probably. And then how tall's the ceiling in the place here? Is there enough?
I think
The
it'd be
ceiling-
pretty
there's
tall
enough room
because
for you
this
to
is a
be in.
Goliath settlement, and they're a
Yeah.
taller race by standard.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a good like I don't know. I'd say the roof is 15 feet high, and it's like it's got like this almost like a longhouse aesthetic, kinda like not fully, but it's like got like a boat-shaped roof, if you know what I mean, like a ship-shaped roof. That does have some wooden elements, but it definitely also has enough like other stuff to, prevent like a bit of like embers and ash from causing a lot of issues. Albeit that's not as common in this particular portion of town.
Gotcha. Well, it's pretty crowded, and there's not like a whole lot of like space in here for Jevaboot to move around. So he's probably going to be, I don't know, if anything, like probably like in like the corner around here, but also he's going like in and out a little bit.
Okay.
Are these are these little fire guys there?
I'd say they would initially be there and then kind of start to move off a little bit, moving over here. But you could get their attention to stay around.
No. I was just wondering. Does a Menaphodon like do anything, or is he reacting or doing anything?
You see his eyes kind of move around. He starts to be silent initially, and he kind of looks around and gets a bearing of like where he is and what's going on. He sees that people are largely ignoring him at this point in time, as if he's almost as if he's like a plant or just a decoration or something. He sees the rope that's kind of tied around him, the chains that some people had put on him after you guys kind of went over about what you're doing. He can feel his legs and he finally kind of speaks out and kind of makes a huff. Then he looks at you. Are you proud?
Generally, yes.
Generally. I could care less about anything now, but I don't know what plans you have for me, or what these people do, but it's clear that you're the one who's come to watch upon me, at least by happenstance.
I am not here to watch over you.
Do you recognize what we are? Who even are you, Jevabu? Is that your
That-
name? That's what you said earlier. Wait, actually, meta-wise, did you actually give him your name?
My name might have
No,
been.
earlier.
I don't think I talked to him. I don't think I
Okay.
gave him my name when I talked to him.
He's still gonna. Well,
I
okay, yeah, I guess he wouldn't have said that in that case.
I'd give him my name right now when he asks. Hi.
Wait, your name's Jevabu.
Yes.
Where were you born?
Oh, I was born all the way across the sea, east. In a place, well, you've probably never heard of it.
Why would you assume that?
It is very, very far away, and
Are you from Grund?
Grund.
You are kind, live in
No.
Grund?
No,
But why
that
won't you
is-
tell me?
We are from the Tuskbad tundra. I believe more inland from Grund.
I've been there. As with a child and an adult.
Yes, you've been to Grund.
What happened,
The-
but
Goliath Town, yes?
wait, did I say Grund? I'm sorry, I misspoke. I've been to the Tuskbad Tundra, the place you said. Oh, sorry, actually, what place did you mention? Or did you just say Tuskbad Tundra? I think I've got sidetracked.
Yeah, Tuskbad tundra.
Okay, just said. Okay,
I could be wrong, but Grund is.
Grund is farther east. It's a whole other continent. Yeah.
Oh.
Where are you from? What, Gafua? Gripier? Plusgod? Where?
Yes,
Isurk, unless that's been
Kufua, how.
I'm familiar with the settlements.
How are you? Excuse me. How are you so familiar?
Jebu
With-
had too much beer at the bar.
my land. No, Jebu actually would not drink because it doesn't do anything.
Several years ago, I was in Gafua. There was barely anyone there. A ghost town, really. Might have been up to 10 years ago. But there were some.
Yes, our the numbers are dwindling. That is.
And I didn't see you there. How long have you been there?
Oh, we are smaller. We are many tribes, small tribes, put together, and we are nomadic. So we do
I
not
don't
travel in big groups, maybe 5 to 10 at a time, and only maybe a couple times a year, many groups will gather.
Don't lie to me, boy. In my grandfather's time, it was such a place, but not now. Kafua was a small settlement. It was not its former glory, nor was it even more normative. There were only a handful of our kin there. Where our kind had mushed across the tundra, that age has passed. Even in this land, we've had great issues. Phalagus is one of our only surviving places. My people were from Bear and from Tuskuk. And I watched as these all horrible critters, these merciless worshippers of Surtur, they vanquished my kin, and I came here for vengeance. I waited, and I slayed those murderers, those hunters of kin, and I will not apologize for that. Our very bones, our very keratin pressed upon this land. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the very structural elements of some of these houses are made of us. Yet here you stay. You speak as if you've lived a previous time and you defend the actions of these people. At least you are uncaring of it.
I must admit, I do not know much of the history of this land.
You don't
got
even know
here.
your own history, I would bet. Or I could be wrong on that. Who really are you?
I told you who I am and where I am from. And I'm actually here. Wait, no, I said this. I'm here to help curb the dwindling of our population. Where are you from? And also, what is your name, friend?
A friend, you called me? Perhaps we could. But
Cousin?
to think... Who's to say? I go by Scavaboo.
Hmm. Well met, Scavaboo. I must admit, meeting the first of my kind over the seas, I was expecting better circumstances.
Oh, I'm the first? So you haven't met old Klingai or Alanch?
No, you are the first. The war with Dorak has taken priority.
That war with Dorak, I believe Alanch sides of that man, and I still deny. Old Klingai is another story. Still up in Plagus, doing whatever they're doing. I won't undersell them. They're strong. They can do what they wish, protecting the kin that's there. But there's much to see, much to do, and I don't think. Well, you know what it doesn't matter, or maybe it does. What do you intend to do with me?
We are talking.
Do you have any intention to free me from this piece of this earth? Unsheath these shackles. Fix my bones. Can you do that? Do you wish to even? The men here who are in those taverns I killed today. And you know that.
Yes.
Was that acceptable? Those Goliaths in that tavern. They bore no direct sin to my clan, but they act as if they did. As if I was an escaped creature. My sin was of slaying those who had slayed my kin. It wasn't through some continuous cycle, no, it was avenging a slaughter. Those who I avenged, their tusks still remain. But those who have upheld that horrible tradition and choose to continue it, I will slay. If you wish for not, slay me here and cut me down. But if you think you can convince me otherwise, I'm willing to hear your words.
It saddens my heart to see you like this, but I do not believe it is my place.
Why? Our kin are one people. We have different settlements, but circumstances have changed. We need to work together to understand one another. And that can only happen when those who oppose us, who will make trophies of our loved ones, are shown justice.
Do you think they feel avenged? Looking down on you like this.
Let's see. There's potentially a way to check. Can you speak to the dead?
No.
Okay. You seem more like a warrior, but you're a little more than that, I can tell.
I am a shaman of my tribe.
Yes, it makes sense. A sense that ends up. It leads to it. A shaman, a druid. Have you ever spoken to the mammoth spirit?
I do not believe so. Ian, can you help me confirm?
I'd say no. I'd say you haven't, actually.
Okay.
Which might be a little
Okay.
weird almost.
Yeah,
And
I
that
figured if it were a thing, we would have brought it up. So yeah, we can say no. No, there is. I have not found any such connection to a spirit in our lands.
There are perhaps reasons for that, but if you do, ask them, and they will give on to you for answer. I fear not
We're
the consequences of my actions, but I know those who have died are likely to venerate them, to accept what my choices have been. I know there are some who do not. There's no way for it to be simple. But there's also, I know certainly, or at least I wish in my mind, I have faith that my actions were worthwhile, and that my ancestors and past friends surround me. Normalus, what direction are you facing?
Guess technically towards Snowcap, because I'm
Okay.
like identifying things that I'm placing on the table.
And this conversation that's happening is getting quite loud. Do you like kind of glance every now and then, or no? Or are you
No,
just kind of focused on what you're doing?
it's very much so. I'm just everything is ambient noise at this point because he's focused on that just while he's around people. Unless there's literally no one in the bar.
There's lots of people in the bar.
Yeah, no, he's not paying attention to that conversation. Yo Drill and Snowcat might be, but not Norless.
Okay, I'd say that like Attic starts to kind of shift in that direction. Ooh, one moment. Ooh, we had some interesting.
Not gonna lie, I was half expecting Jevu to be called a race traitor.
we're getting in that territory.
You don't know this, you begging.
Are we waiting for Jade?
Oh, they were
Yes.
typing something up. I want to see what they had
Okay.
to say. Oh, unless they was something they said one moment, they just mean they were gonna like go out and they stop listening for a second and do something, and they didn't mean they were about to do something. Which actually, this is a good little chance to quickly say, Abaddon, the rugs you saw have came alive, and you fought some of them. Eventually, multiple rugs surround you, and eventually one manages to succeed, grappling you. With that success, more push on, and you are covered in rugs. What do you do?
Is this a crossing table?
No?
Oh, okay.
I would probably try to burn
Full
them.
disclosure, I actually have a battle map for this. That's all, but... Actually, that didn't
That's-
gonna go anywhere. I'm asking what you would do in that situation.
I would try to cast Flame Strike on at least one of them, trying to get that thing to burn.
This is the idea that you are, would you focus it on yourself, given they are surrounding
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, why can you cast Flame Strike?
What's it called? What's one of my feats? Strike of the Fire Giants.
Oh, I thought Flame Strike was a spell. Is it called Fire Strike? What's the spell I'm thinking of?
Hold on. I would download it.
No, Flame Strike's a spell. You don't have that from a feat. You had it
No,
for a
I've got-
while from a Fire Starter, but no longer do.
Ah, shit.
Unless you've gained more of it back. I thought I erased it from your inventory. I mean, from your character sheet. Did I not?
Do you remember I'm on my phone?
Oh yeah,
I
good
got
point.
access to my character sheet
Yeah,
that you
your only
sent me.
spells are Firebolt, Thaumaturgy, Create Bonfire, and you still have Fabricate.
We'll try to cast Firebolt.
Okay, you're like the idea. Okay, I'll cast Firebolt for you. That's not set up properly. Okay, you just put that in there and didn't drag it correctly. Okay, let me fix that.
Gee, sorry.
Firebolt. Oh, but that could have happened. That could have happened a long while ago. Or I did it and I didn't do it correctly. Okay, so I'd say you hit, but you know you're still getting kind of surrounded by him and whatnot. Not great.
My idea is trying to get them to start to burn.
Yes, and I'd say that one of them kind of manages to like burn a bit and shifts off a little bit. I'd say over time you manage to get kind of free and you start fighting these things, but it's kind of a slower battle than you would have liked. Roll a d100.
Gotcha. 75.
Okay, you manage to defeat all the rugs, but the gargoyles at the entrance become alive, and you have to fight them now. Do you fight them, or do you go downstairs, or do you go upstairs? You're still on the main floor. There seems to be one floor above you, and you aren't sure where the stairs down would even really lead.
Hi, chat.
Hello. Well, don't worry. We're just going to a quick slide thing, but don't get back to the party. Since you said 1 moment, so I decided I'd do that. It's a really quick thing.
No, you're good.
Do you
I've been listening the whole time.
Yeah, Abaddon, do you fight them where you are, or do you try to lead them upstairs or downstairs? Or try to escape in one of those directions?
How many?
Yeah.
I mean, like, how many gargoyles do I see?
There's 2.
2 at the end of the hallway, you said.
Kind of at the entrance. So the idea is, like, you would have walked past them and then fought all the, like, it's like think of it, it's kind of like an oval-shaped room with, like, a wall in the middle. But you could walk on either side, and you would have initially seen the gargoyles, then kind of walked around it, and then got attacked by the rugs, and then the gargoyles would eventually kind of awoken up and come after you. So, with the idea that the stairs like down are pretty close to you, and the stairs up aren't not that far either.
I will try to get out of there. I'm
Up or down?
the way I came. I'm gonna use a disengage action.
Oh, so you started to leave. Okay.
Yeah, I get the fuck out of there, bro. I'm
Okay.
very low on hit points. I
He
don't
doesn't want
have
to
any
get
rage
shot.
left.
So the idea is that you would have lost some hit points from the rugs, but you're still up. Okay. That would have been still. You would have still killed quite. The rugs would have quite still been something. So you would have lost a couple, but you did manage to kill quite a few rugs. So I'd say you managed to get out of there, and you'll be on. And some stuff happened, but you're about to be present. And I'd say that you'd be showing up about now-ish. I'll put you on the map. And then we'll get right into right directly into what Goliath was going to do.
Gotcha.
So you can kind of, I'd say you probably are more like at like 11 hit points or so right now, maybe at 10. Okay, but you're quite injured. Okay, so what Goliath was going to say.
Hello. Okay. Nautilus, are you here?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Where are you currently?
At the table.
Okay. Ian, would I already be at the table? Where would I be?
It looks like you're at the bar.
I put you in the bar, but you can choose where to be.
I can be at the bar. She probably would be at the bar. Final clarifying question. Norma still has the egg and all that on him, right?
As far as you're aware.
Cool, okay. Well, yeah, as far as I know.
Yug.
Goler will probably come over from the bar over to the table. Is anyone else present at this table?
Are Young Drill and Snowcap actually at the table, or what are they doing?
Yeah.
She'll kind of walk over, give some slight pleasantries. Hi, guys. She'll kind of try to look back and forth between the three of them. I'm trying to find some sort of excuse. Hey, Yugdrill, that girl, whose, brother I revived. Have any of us checked on him?
No.
Right. Maybe I should go do that. Perhaps I should bring someone with me, per se?
If you and Nautilus are just going to go flirt, just go do it.
She's going to, she's gonna use that. Oh, yes, no, totally, and she'll, like, motion to Nautilus.
Oh, what? Yeah, because he wasn't paying attention until he heard his name, and he didn't hear the context at all. Yes, what? You need help? Yes, Okay, just 1 second. Completely oblivious of what Young Drill said.
I love this. This is great. This is making me so happy.
And he starts kind of packing his things up. Yes, where you need help somewhere, yes. What can I do?
Particularly, I need to ask you just a couple clarifying questions.
Are you saying this after having led him away from the group?
Yes.
Okay.
Where do you guys go? Do you guys go back into the building with the, like, back at Murphy's beds, or do you, like, leave the building and go outward?
They made it sound like they would, the false story they were purveying was that we need to go check on the brother of the sister.
So we need
Okay. So, if that's actually what you do, upon immediately leaving the building, it will be very apparent that if it's not already, you heard, the Mammophedon is up and currently talking kind of angrily with Jevabu.
Okay.
So you will need to walk around that. Do you guys kind of just, like, tiptoe around, or do you guys, how would you go about it?
Does this look like it's any of our business?
That's up to you.
Norlis doesn't particularly care. He's undisturbed. He's like, all right, this. He's had a long day. He's just kind of like, he's like at least 60% corporate zombie right now. So he's just, all right, everyone, excuse me, I'm sorry, pardon me. I need to get this grocery trip done so I can go home already. Energy. Excuse me, I need to reach that macaroni by you. 1 second, I'm so sorry. Yes, okay. Thank you,
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Abaddon, you enter the scene seeing Norlis and Golier seeming to leave the place heading south, with Jevabu talking to the currently awake Mammophedon. And last thing I will mention for Golier is what you would have heard. It does seem like this Mammophedon has issues with the Sonder clan, your clan in general.
I will clarify, this is mostly just a ploy. She needs to lead a way to ask him something.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
But you guys end up heading far enough to have privacy, I'd say.
Yes, okay. Do you want me to roll a stealth check just to...
Actually, yeah, would you stay on the map, or would you go even farther away?
Entirely up to Golier, because Norlis is following her to this location that they're not actually taking him to.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, Norlis would be so
Before
easy to
you-
rob.
Before you guys leave the
follow
scene,
him to a second location.
Would you say
Before you guys leave the scene,
Yes.
yeah, but before you guys leave the scene, Abaddon is gonna give Nornless 2 thumbs up and kind of mouth to him, "Go get him, Tiger."
What? And he gives like a half thumbs up back, like, okay.
He winks at him, like supportively.
I'm sorry, 1 second, Miss Golia. God, I've been wanting to do this for a minute.
Oh no.
I'll be right back. Just give me 6 seconds.
Overkill.
Oh Lord.
I need you, Abaddon,
Come on, man.
to make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit, I'm actually good at those.
I know you are. I think you have to. Do you need Ian to roll that for you?
No, I'm good. Alright. Strength saving throw, right?
Roll poorly for me.
While you do this, I'm gonna quickly make a call.
23.
That does succeed, but I'm gonna. This is just role play, so humor me and say you fail.
Alright, I
Use
willingly fail.
pardons.
I can't. I don't have any more right now.
I support my homies.
I want to say you're tired, so what you see is, oh yes, Abaddon, I've been meaning to talk to you. You see him reach into his bag and slam something onto the ground, and you watch a hand jettison out of the ground, made of stone, and grip you up by your chest, lifting you a few feet off the ground. Don't you ever speak to me like that again. And he drops you onto your ass and continues walking off. I burned a 2nd level spell just for that. So that, thank you for hearing me.
it. I respect it.
He's pissed at you. Like, make it completely clear. He's like, there's some fury in his words right there.
It'll blow over.
I'm going to go.
I've not done nothing wrong.
There. You behave.
Right.
He's completely oblivious. He has no idea what you might be innuendoing at all.
He's got that vacant cow stare.
Vacant cow stare.
God, Nornless is so daft. But after that, he follows Golier to however far she takes him, because she knows this settlement better than he does, and he doesn't actually know where she's taking him. He's very tired.
Sorry, I'm back. So
Hi,
I'm
good.
just making a call.
Hi,
Okay.
back. I'm Dad.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure people got me food. They didn't. Like I went out to a place I wanted to go, knowing it was gonna they told me we were gonna go like our late lunch, and ended up pushing to dinner, which means I couldn't do it today. So unless I don't want to cancel you guys. And then like no one called me to ask what I wanted, which kind of sucks. So yeah.
I went out to grab my sister's stuff.
Yeah, sucky thing. Albeit I also. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh, I was just saying. Actually, cutting out.
You're cutting out just a little bit, by the way, Jade.
Yeah.
If it helps, I literally went out to grab my sister's presents. I got one of them custom made, and my mom still didn't order me anything from Cheesecake Factory when she ordered dinner for the night. So
that's wild.
Okay. Yeah, I told them to just get me whatever. Also, and I was gonna give my cousin some money, just be like, hey, find some weird thing for cousin Ian, and that also didn't happen because they didn't come back here after doing a thing. Well, that's because of happenstance. Whatever.
So would it be do I know a good spot to hide in the village, or at least to have a private conversation? I feel like we have an inn?
Well, that's my question. Well, there's okay, I'll show you the map.
Here, let me zoom out.
The place you're at was if a fortress tavern had beds in the back. There's an infirmary, you can go south. I'll move some clutter out of the way so you can see. Let me move
what?
drawing.
What is that?
That's the moose drawing.
The moose is loose.
Okay. But yeah, you guys could like go to the Ash Street Tavern, which is probably less. There might be less people, there, maybe more normal people, or you could just kind of head out in the fields, or behind a big rock, or behind some trees, or behind a building, or whatever you want to go.
You're making it sound so
Palaxi's Tavern is probably
salacious. What do you
empty.
mean behind some trees?
Because there's trees on the map.
You're making it sound
It's hot.
salacious. You like we're about to fuck or
Your
something.
no.
Like,
it's
oh,
just
you can go
open
behind
space.
some trees, some bushes.
I mean, people.
The
If you're
porta
trying
potty?
to hide that you're talking, like I don't know. If you try to hide that you're talking, there's like not that many things to hide behind.
We're not hiding. We're just going to somewhere there's not people, or that's where
Okay.
Earlier's taking me.
Less people. Yeah, you could just continue down the road and be more open, and you could just kind of talk there, unless you're trying to like make it more secretive.
It's trying to be more secretive, probably.
Yeah, you can move up into the hills, I guess, or you could go into a
That'll
you
work.
could go to the Ash Street
Can
Tavern.
we just say
yeah,
we
I mean-
find a place? Does it actually matter where the place is?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. If you go to the infirmary, you know, it's possible that only people there are people that are asleep, but they might hear you maybe in a coma or something.
This is
So yeah,
You
I-
this
literally
is
just go
not
stand
New
out like
York
a
City.
field.
Like there's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there's places where people aren't. So can we just say we
Yeah, I
find a
know,
place where people
well,
aren't?
that's. I'd like to know where that place is, but yeah.
The hills would be fine, I think.
In the middle of
Yeah,
a
so
road
you-
where there's no one around because it's night and people are sleeping after being raided by
Yeah, that's-
attackers.
That's what I suggest. That's what I
Oh,
suggest.
that works.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Okay, she steps out. She turns to him. Looks up and down for a minute. It's just like, okay, so I know you crossed the bridge.
Apparently so. Not certain how you know that.
That's for me to know, mostly, and for you to not know. That's how the phrase. I don't know how the phrase goes. For the most important part is, what the fuck were you doing?
Getting answers. People were being too secretive here, and I was getting rightfully what do they say? Pissed off.
Getting answers? It's an act of treason. You can't just get answers.
Why not? I did.
And what do you think will happen if someone finds out?
I imagine they'll be upset.
Be upset? Abaddon has killed people for less. Abaddon threatened to kill me for less.
Right, and they had no right to do that either. I'm sure by their own laws, they're now a criminal, and were anyone to actually delve into it, they'd be in jail.
That's great. That's fantastic. That has nothing to do with you crossing the bridge.
I don't even... This is actually news to me. What do you mean it's treason? I know nothing of this place.
Wait, does Nornless dead serious not know you're not supposed to cross the bridge?
I don't think literally anyone said it, no.
No, I'm pretty sure
that's
someone
up to
said
the
it.
party, but there's I would say that there's like a clear like when there's this massive bridge and there's a big fortress preventing like people from easily getting into the bridge. There's a huge specialized gates preventing you. There's that, but also I think people did mention it. At the
Yeah,
very
I
least,
know
it's something
people
that's been
mentioned it.
brought up quite a bit. But at least I've told Abaddon. I thought people would know though. But if people didn't know, that's also fine. That you wouldn't have known, but that doesn't mean that there's any acceptable like case on your end though.
No,
Given-
it's either Nornless doesn't know, or it's been so suffused in wordy conversation that led nowhere that he lost focus and didn't hear that part
Actually,
because
You
people
know,
were so circuitous in their speaking that nothing really made sense, and maybe that information was in there, but he didn't process it. So I'm going to remain that Nornless was ignorant, even if that's
Okay,
not entirely the case.
meta-wise, there's a high chance that like this is the long-term thing that would doom Nornless. Okay.
I'm
like,
telling you,
okay.
telling you that Nornless was ignorant one way or another.
Like they would probably care more about this than they would at Dorak, to be clear. It's like that big of a deal to them.
It wasn't properly conveyed to Nornless, is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. Regardless,
Jade was talking.
people do. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Um. Okay. Yes. Fine. You don't know. That doesn't mean they're going to not prosecute. These people are. I mean, you saw Abaddon. He just kind of gestures wildly.
I mean, from my understanding that, it's my understanding that I'm certainly not the first. Especially after
Yes.
what I had to do to escape.
That's half the problem.
Why? They used the sword that they got last time they were in there. Seems to be a pretty important sword at that.
She kind of looks at you for a moment.
Is
Kinda
thievery
glare.
okay when it's by the upper echelon? Do the rules not apply to the highest of this group?
She's still actively smiling with a slight glare. What do you run?
I think here's the important questions.
I'm not saying that you're not
How
asking.
strongly do you care about what I've done? And are you going to... I don't want to word it poorly because you'd be just to do so. Are you going to, tell others what I did? I was going to use the word rat me out, but that's not accurate because I did something wrong.
Does it look like I'm going to do anything about it?
I don't know. Miss Golia, you've held a smile on your face this entire time. You are both difficult and easy to read, it seems. And I don't know if that's purposeful or by a byproduct of how you lived your life. I'm not certain what to make of you. I've known you less than a day.
It kind of sighs for a moment. Look. There was a human in there, one that I had to revive. His only crime was crossing that bridge, and you know what? He was a higher priority than even me in that prison. The paladins here would kill you. Abaddon would kill you.
I mean, they can certainly try. And you do see a air of confidence about Nornless that you did not expect to see. He does not exude this confidence in his day-to-day, but in his travels, you see the months. It is months because he's not a year-long, decade-old adventurer. He's a less than a year, but he's gone through some tribulations. He's gone through some trials, and he's confident in his own abilities. And you see that when he says, they can try.
Friendly reminder, I halved your health with one hit.
That's because I allowed you to hit.
Pause?
I was doing everything I could to avoid hurting you, Fred. Keep that in mind.
She'll kind of pause for a moment, and then finally you see her tilt her head to the side and go, fine. What did you find out?
Realistically, I was checking to make sure everyone was okay in there. The entire settlement was raided. There was dragons about. There was Draugr about. I was curious. What was in there? Was anyone in there? And if so, were they okay? Found out. Yes, they are okay. Yes, people are in there. Giants. I kind of expected it to be full of dead and be some secret that, oh, the fire giants have been dead all this time and the reason no one can enter is we're keeping that a secret. It's a secret we keep hidden so that it dissuades people from wanting to attack us so the giants come out and defend us. That was my original thought, and I wanted to verify whether that was true. It was not. The giants are in there. They are aware of the attack. They have helped keep the volcano's ass at bay, and they are well and good. That is what I found out.
And their response to you was?
Because I entered their area, I am now a thief. And there was no way that I could avoid that title. That is what they told me. But
But I did not steal. Not by the litmus of the law, I'd say. I traded. I left something of equal value, and I took something of equal value. To fulfill the obligation of the magic within those halls.
With knowledge of the fire giants, or
I think there was one that was bemused by my candor and allowed me to take off with an item. It was still a trial. It took much of my magical capabilities just to grab the item. But afterwards, I was able to escape. Were I to try to escape beforehand, I was told.
I take out a unidentified gemstone, and I give it to the newt.
Okay, remove that from your inventory. Assuming you have, I assume you have everything right now. I can go check.
Yeah, I have it. I
don't need to doubt you. Well, I guess I could, but oh wait, okay, I doubted you. I shouldn't have checked. You didn't have. Oh, you do have it down in the back. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's a bunch of shit. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. You kind of like gravitation. Can I have this, or like, do I have to give you something?
it might give you more depending on what you have.
Okay. I have a rock. Some lint. Let's see. I got a candle. Another rock. That's it. I thought I had something more interesting. Where is it? Here we go. Is this it? And they pull out what looks to be like a little pouch. And they take, like, they kind of shift their hands in the pouch, and they seem to pull out like a little packet of sorts. It contains some type of dust. Okay, you could have a rock for, can I get more gemstones or shiny things for this?
What
Dust
is it?
very dry. It's dry dust that's very dry. Dryness dust? It was something like that. I forget what it was called. It's been a while. The old chieftain, our old leader, who use magic through the old god. He had this on him, and I ended up getting it.
I give the newt another gemstone for it.
Okay, they give you a little packet that contains dust. It's dry dust, so you could say dry dust packet, I guess.
Yeah.
Dust packet of dryness. Also, I'd like you to roll a 1d6 plus 4.
You just got scammed. It's just a salt packet.
Okay. Or what? Okay. 1d6 plus 4 would be 7.
Okay, so include the 7 next to like 7 uses. Wait, let me rephrase. Yeah, write 7 uses next to the item.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so I got 2 gemstones, 2 shinies. Do you have any like food I can eat?
I got some hardtack.
Is that good?
Most people don't think it's good.
Okay. Am I allowed to talk to the bartender?
Yes?
I feel really bad for
Yay!
these nudes. Somebody's abusing these nudes. I can't prove it, but I know it.
The newt seems to kind of shift up, or more so Zlamu, the immeasurable, seems to kind of slide up in a little jig and jumps up on the stool. Meanwhile, you notice in this action, you notice that Attic seems to have been eyeing the moose bust, or sorry, not bust, the moose trophy over here, and it kind of has started to shift into dialogue with Vera about the ethics of having, you know, moose trophies at all, and seems to be trying to make the case they should take it down and bury it. And in this argument, there was like at one point Vera accidentally pointed to Yugdrill's head, and then shifted up the like, you know, her finger back to the you know, the trophy, as if, you know, given its Yugdrill's head shape similarity. Okay. Then I think I'm gonna shift towards Jevabu, and actually let me see if let me just check something. Titus, are you back?
Yeah.
Or you? Okay, good. I'm gonna do something with Jevabu, then we'll shift back into that conversation.
Okay.
Okay, Jevabu, the person in front of you seems. They seem like they've had a bit to say, and they're kind of, you know, looking. Why speak to me? What's the goal here? You clearly don't enjoy my choices. What do you gain by talking to me? Do you have motives? Do you wish to speak to another of your kin? Do you pity me?
Yes, a little bit of all of those. I believe I know about where to find more of our kind, but I think you did give me more specific location. So thank you.
Will you free me or just let me stay here as a living statue until I rot?
I don't think the spirits would let that happen. So wait, earlier, I believe when we were fighting, did you say they cut off your tusks, the people of Furies?
Yes! Only through that strange, distant relation with Dorak did I gain tusks again, but those have since melted.
Yes, so, yes, you were working with Dorak.
I don't fully know who they are, just that they managed to reach me through some means. Not sure if they could replicate it, but maybe they could.
You have not met them? Met Dorak,
No,
though?
I've never met Dorak. Not direct, not in person, only through some means that they contact me. I don't fully understand it.
How do they contact you?
I've only done it
Like-
once, and that was the other day, during when that thing freed us. Dorak's association with them is unclear to me fully, but it seems they at least knew that there was something was going to free us. They spoke to me. I didn't know who they were, but they told me that they were searching the land for powerful folks, and that they could aid me, and that I was to be a chosen of theirs. And I took the opportunity. Since they said no to my only question. Which are you one who has an issue or one who has harmed our people of Abaddon's, or stands to proliferate their harm? And they could be lying, but I sensed some form of truth, or maybe an attempt at least caring about my cause. At least in some sense. Or perhaps they just wished for me to do what. I don't know. They clearly had greater purpose for me, but my failings here today have proven not, for their essence or presence is no longer with me. And I'm tuskless once again. Okay, wait. Before I go on, we missed the 8:15 mark. It's 8:34. Did Golia, do you want to jump? Did you want to do this brief little RP and then head and get food, or do you want to get food
Yeah,
right
I
now?
can do RP first. I'll do RP first, and then while everybody else is doing RP.
How much time do you have before it closes?
I have to actually make it today. So, it's my Thanksgiving break, so I'm in Atlanta. So,
Oh, cool! You're in
so we can do
Atlanta.
RP first. It's nice. We're celebrating my youngest sister's birthday with my grandparents. So, it's nice. I'll yap after session. I'll do RP first, and then.
Okay. 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 Back to the thing. What would you? I didn't quite give you a chance to respond. Jevabu, if you'd like to go for it. Unless you did, and I missed it somehow.
What was the last thing you said?
What was the last thing? Oh yeah, I was just basically describing
back
the
on track.
connection between that he no longer has tusks.
He no longer has his tusks.
The
Oh, and
whole
the door
Dorak
thing.
thing. The
and
whole
door
Dorak
thing.
thing. Yeah.
So he something in your head told you
I guess
that
in
he
my
was
head,
Dorak?
it didn't feel like it was. It felt like it was whispers coming from like a frost, as if it suddenly the space around my cell had begun to get colder and felt as if I was almost being held by something, but not really. It's mainly the frost came out of nowhere, and the bars of my cell began to freeze, which made the room feel a little drier than normal, even though it was quite dry here, taking what little water was present and causing it to become ice.
Okay. This doesn't sound like any nature adjacent magic. So can I like roll an Arcana check to see if I like know
Sure.
like what like that could be, because it doesn't sound like natural or nature too.
Okay. I will give you advantage if you can tell me what clan Dorak is associated with.
Uh,
It's
is it
I assume
Frost?
you would have learned by now. Oh, Frost what?
Frost something?
Okay, that's close enough. Frost pick. There we go. Okay. I'll let you roll advantage. It's also it's a bit of a trivia, but more so it's relevant to if you know that and know a little bit about them, you would reasonably be able to have a better chance of getting an idea of what this is.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
What I would say is you would know this is some type of fairy. You might not know exactly what it is, unless you've heard certain names of any fairy from that clan. But given the circumstance, it probably has something to do with Frim, who is basically the mighty god of the frost giants.
Said Frim, F-R-I-M?
No, it's actually spelled different. It's a Thrynm, I think.
Thrim? Okay.
But I will say the ancient warrior was called Fremb. I think it was either Fremb or Frembo, but I don't think it was Frembo. I think that would have been too silly wacky for him. But I think it was Fremb.
Okay. So it sounds okay. It sounds like frost giant magic.
Yes.
Ancient frost giant magic. Okay.
Like the sort of fairy. Now, finally, answer me. Do you wish to? So you think the spirits will save me from this circumstance through fate, or through their choices, perhaps active? We'll see. I don't deny that possibility, but it intrigues me that that's what you feel would be the means, rather than the good graces or the changed minds of someone in that tavern. Perhaps that's too big of a goal for you, to convince others that what I did was, within some type of reason. Maybe maybe today's slaughter was wrong in some degree, perhaps. But my past actions of vengeance are true.
Even in this room, there are too many opinions of which to matter with, or to be concerned with.
Clearly you aren't that talkative of one, and that's okay. But you must ally yourself with those who are, if you want our kin to have a chance of succeeding in a world determined by words.
Yes, I'm beginning to understand this.
Then let me stay with my actions, and perhaps circumstance will change and free me, or others will care. Either way, I enjoy that you feel the spirits are ones to judge, those of nature.
Yes.
So, but certainly, I doubt the moose spirit would love such a place as a tavern. I saw the desecrated head of such a kin.
Yes, it is. They do love their trophies.
Now head back in and be with those allies of yours. Maybe they'll look upon me in disgrace once more. For you are too weak-willed to make your own choices.
And Jevu's gonna just like kind of.
Is he gonna punch
I
him?
guess like no. Well, he's gonna like square up to him a little bit, but like not super not aggressively, and then cast Cure Wounds on him. I think is that good for a broken leg?
Given you might not be able to access the direct like touch for leg
The
directly.
direct leg.
I assume they're up to their like lower waist in like the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta touch the part direct. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to get them out first if you wanna do that, I'd say. You could there's still some injuries you could definitely help with, but also they're covered they're kind of, you might
Yeah,
have
that's
to
fine. I'll
get
use
your hands
one
around
Cure
the
Wounds
like
now.
chains.
Yeah, I'll cast one cure Wounds on him now. May the spirits ever be with you. And then Jebu's gonna walk off. I think. Was it like kind of down? He does that when I walk away.
Yep.
What, like mad?
No, he just does it. It's not clear what
Okay.
you're not really sure why he did it, but he definitely does it as a sign of you leaving and going off. Maybe he wants to get attention, or maybe he just wants you to know that he can do that still.
Okay.
It could be a reason to go check on it. It's up to you. Okay, but so you head in the direction where
Hold on. And Jebu's gonna respond in Mamathodon. Like a similar trumpeting sound, to say like, I guess like patience. As I'm gonna go back to, I think it was down south. There was some alright sleeping spots for Jebu.
Oh, okay. You weren't gonna try to sleep in the building?
No, I think it's too big, right? Didn't we spend a night here before and I slept outside?
No. You could it would be shifty for a little bit. I mean, like you could find your way into the end of a room. You probably not a bed. You have to sit like by a bed, but you could do it. Otherwise, you can go find yourself somewhere.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I'll find somewhere outside.
Okay. Meta-wise, I did have something planned if you were near Abaddon, but I'm not sure if that's gonna still happen. But it could. It's just it was maybe too dumb of an idea, but yeah. Well, okay, part of it will happen, but I don't. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But it's Jade and Nautilus's thing to go now.
Okay. Back to well, not Jade. Back to Normalist and Golier.
Yippee! Was the last line that was said.
I was about to ask you what was the last line I said before I cut out.
You were talking about. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
Are there
Man.
higher echelons
Oh.
exempt from those rules?
Yes. Yes, the owners were exempt from those rules. And I think you were in the middle of finishing the second part of your statement, and then I was getting ready to respond. I don't think I responded yet.
Well, Norlis would have continued about how he's a thief and he took something of equal value because the fire giant was fond of the way that he carried himself. And
Yes. Right. Okay. That's So you technically didn't take anything,
Well, I did, but
but it was justified.
I did it because I had to leave, not because I wanted to.
You are quite the character. You know this?
I mean, no, I'm typically not. I just don't like being run in circles. And I don't feel like even if I asked what was in the dungeon or who was over there or what happened, I don't think I would have gotten a straight answer. And my limit for bullshit was at its threshold.
I'd say roll an insight on Golier.
On Golier or
No,
Golier?
Golier, roll insight.
Okay. Hippie.
For what? I'm speaking plainly.
What'd you get, Golier? Insight.
Yeah, sorry, it's loading.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you. Okay, I didn't know if you were on your phone for a second.
My
So,
D&D Beyond signed me out. This is evil. Give me 2 seconds.
okay.
Literally 1984.
I'm having a roll insight so that they can get like context for why you might have that view, based on like the likelihood of who they might have talked to, based on what she knows so far. As in, based on what we discussed meta-wise, you have it because of 2 people. So she might like if she managed to learn that, she might feel that your view is like of doing that was not a good excuse.
Oh, I feel like I don't feel like I even need to roll insight for that. I think if it comes up, I think we've reached a point where Golers inherently, or at least to a certain degree, trust what he's saying. Even if he, at this point, he feels like he was justified.
Okay. Which is also like a completely viable thing as well. But also I do want to mention that like your situation is you joined the party like within a context that you don't know how long it would have been for them to have gained that viewpoint because you don't necessarily know how long they've been in the settlement.
Yeah.
I would say Scar was the main reason he like gained that view, I believe, which is reasonable. Because Scar, yeah.
Okay.
So the question I have to ask you is, are you confronting me about this to admonish me or out of curiosity? Miss Golier.
Purely nosy, to be honest with you. And now that raises the second question. The egg. What happened to it?
It's in my shirt.
Lovely. You know, if either of us are caught with that thing, it's just as bad, if not worse, than you crossing the bridge, right?
Possibly. I think the respectfully. There's no respectful way to say this now, is there? The teachings and laws in this settlement are stupid. If you would imprison me for simply finding the egg that was Moritar, the person who helped this settlement in many ways and seeks to better them, that's stupid. I don't think there's any circuitous way to say beyond that.
What did you take?
Wait, before we go too far, Norlis, as you said some, especially starting with I guess the first like kind of the first word you got in maybe like 40 seconds ago, maybe 35 seconds ago, and then prompting another bit when you said the place was stupid. I would like you to roll a perception check.
Okay. Not great. Total of 15.
You see in the distance along a nearby house along the roof, you see those hands again. And you can just barely notice, kinda. Maybe you don't even look at it too deeply, but it seems like they do something. They're once you say like around this sentence of something about the village being stupid, or their customs being stupid, you see that they shift, but you can't quite see what they did, and then they kind of slide back. It's possible they did like a thumbs up or some type of hand motion, but you're not sure what it was.
I was expecting to get flipped off again. Up. I just knocked things over.
What did I take?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't planning on telling anyone, but considering you already know everything else, why not? The worst that'll happen is I'll have to leave the group to preserve my own safety. Though, it's unfortunate I wouldn't be able to help everyone else out anymore after that. It's how I knew about the sword, the one that Abaddon had wielded when they were striking down their allies earlier today. Sotologi, I believe is the name. That blade came from Lorgak's dungeon, and I know because I took the scabbard.
Excuse me?
On which part?
The fact that you took the scabbard?
Well, they already had the blade. If I was going to be condemned as a thief, I might as well take something worthwhile, was my, mentality.
What did you have of possible equal worth to that?
Something tied to the god Loki.
You guys just have artifacts from gods lying around?
Not lying around, we've taken them from, powerful corrupt entities mostly. That one I, took after we, tore down a hag's coven.
Huh.
And it wasn't fitting for me to, keep it because it went against many of my morals to make utility of, and therefore it wasn't a hard sale to leave that as a trade.
Fair enough.
He kind of like, at this point, he seems that your response is mostly neutral. Would you say that's accurate? Yeah, you'd agree? Surprised but neutral.
Yes.
So he looks Golier up and down.
That begs the question of, what do you want, Miss Golier? Where does your interest lie? I haven't quite picked up that from observing you yet, so I'm curious.
I've made the discovery that one of my closest friends is probably a homicidal maniac, and given your little band may be the only people capable of stopping him, I want to know how trustworthy you all are. Specifically the one that's been sneaking around his friend's back.
I've not been sneaking. I summoned a golem to open that door. Did I do it with telling people? No, but I was not sneaking. Truthfully, I'm surprised you're the only one who saw me.
Fair enough. Do you think that egg of yours could revive this Moritar?
No, I don't think it will. Mortar was an interesting creation. Not of my own, no. Of something greater than I. Not... That makes it sound like I think of myself in greatness. That's not how I meant to make that sound, no. Something much more powerful than I will ever be. And it seems in their death, maybe they're akin to a phoenix. A new body, but not the same person. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know, though. But I don't think this egg is Moritar anymore. I think it's akin to reincarnation.
Would hatching this egg be worthwhile for us in our current endeavors? In your current endeavors?
Likely not. My best bet is this is in fact just a dragon egg. And it will hatch into a young dragon. And that dragon will remain a young dragon until it does not. And a young dragon will be of very little use to us.
Fair enough. In that case, we hold on to it. We tell no one about it. And in turn for me not telling this village and your dear friend what happened, you will find a way to get me to Dorak.
So Dorak is your old friend then, yes?
Yes.
I can keep that secret. Though I am curious to know more, it's not my place to push the bounds of a relationship such as ours so early on. I am curious, though.
You'll find out if I can't get through to him. In the meantime...
Fire and ice.
Let's hope I can get through to him, and it doesn't have to get that far.
I'll do what I can. You're a curious individual, Miss Golia.
It's intentional.
It scarcely isn't. Is there any other secrets of mine you somehow know that you'd like to grill me about before we return?
Nothing so far.
Since you've been keeping such a watchful eye on me, I'll say this, I'm keeping an eye on you, Miss Golia. Especially given what you just told me.
To be expected. I don't think I'm turning into a homicidal maniac anytime soon, but who knows?
Consider this a polite warning. And he flips up his eye patch and looks down at you with an eye that doesn't look human. I see much more than I let on. And he flips it back down and walks off.
She'll walk back with him.
And Nornless will, unless inquired by others, finish identifying the items, and then take a long rest at the end of the night.
When when Nornless and Golier come back, could I make a perception check to see if there's anything off about either of them?
You notice a huge hickey just barely covering Golier's collarbone.
Oh my gosh, that's actually like retroactively. Can that be done to fake a conversation just in case? Actually,
What
Wild.
do you mean? You mean you want Norlis to fucking, or are you going to like fake a bruise
feel
on your
like my
collarbone?
issue with this is that I feel like Golier will be the one to do that to him.
Are you saying you pounced on Norlis? Is that what you're saying? You're trying to retcon that?
No. They're
Absolutely
they're
not.
using it. They're using it as a. We would have discussed it more as of, hey, this conversation's kind of wacky. What if we fake that we kiss, and then people will assume I'm straight, and also assume that
This
we
is a bit.
kiss?
I think Jade can speak for themselves. What was Jade going to say?
Yeah, this is a bit. This is a bit.
I can't tell you you can't roll perception. So that's up to Ian for Snowcap. If you want to see
Would
if you
this-
perceive anything, I don't. Up to Ian.
Would this be?
Ian?
He was too
Let me
busy
just
thinking
check.
about Golier kissing Norlis.
No.
No.
Uh,
It,
Okay, wait.
it's whether something's off about either of them as they come back in.
Do you want us to just tell you, or do you want to?
I want to roll perception check for it.
Yeah, roll a perception check. So I was
What
just trying to
do
do it.
I counter roll? I guess.
Wow. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, you don't notice it.
No, they look pretty like nonplussed.
Oh, so I guess that would be a better framing of it. Sorry.
Oh, 14. Wait, that's your natural one? What the hell?
Yeah, that's a nat one.
I was
Ranger,
confused.
man.
I was like, Jesus.
Snowcap is very good at perceiving things.
But yeah, Norlis finishes up with identifying items and then goes to sleep after.
What time was like most of the earlier stuff happening?
Probably
8,
like 6
9.
to 8.
Yeah, I was thinking
6
around
to 9.
like 8
So
o'clock
pretty early.
p.m.
Okay, so probably like 1 or 2.
Okay. Okay. Would you have gone back and like drunk wait, actually I forget. Does Jevu drink alcohol?
No.
Okay. Oh.
He has before. It doesn't really do much.
He's not drunk enough then.
That's what I'm hearing.
Certainly not
Wait, no,
the
and
liar stuff.
especially. Yeah, and especially the stuff down here. It was I did try some stuff from south, but it was nothing like the it was nothing like the Goliath piss that we're used to. The fermented Goliath piss.
Exactly.
So what is Jabu doing?
So yeah, at the in the dead of night, Jobu is going to wake up from his nice little sleeping spot that he found and wild shape into some relatively I don't know if he's like seen wildlife around here recently, but like something relatively common like a squirrel or something like that, and head up back north towards the tavern area. I'll just be a small cat right now. All right, I'll start down here. Is anything going on up here, Ian? Do I see or hear
Let me just check
anything
something.
happening?
You know what? I actually don't see where you are. Where are you?
I'm just starting down south here. I turned into a smaller token.
Let me just get. I would say at this point, you would see one person who seems to have like kind of gotten a little drunk and taken a like kind of fallen asleep a little earlier, and they would start to have gotten up and walk and start to walk, and you would recognize them as the person whom was like one of the other paladin. I mean, not the one you haven't found yet, obviously, but the other living paladin besides Scar, who's named Ragnar, and they seem to have like kind of dozed off, and they're starting to kind of linger up and walk home a little bit. They look like they clearly had like an injury, but they still made it to the Cabernet. They have like a crutch on with them, but they look relatively fine. And they don't seem to make much notice of you as a squirrel initially, until they remember. They kind of look like, I don't remember there being squirrels around here. Huh. But I seem too inebriated to like do much about it, and they just kind of keep walking.
I'm gonna skitter past as fast as I can. All right, I'm gonna go towards this way. Is the what's like the bar looking and sounding like?
It's fairly empty now. Vera's gone to bed, and it seems to be the only one still around is Arnold. And you see them, and they kind of like seem to be mopping around a bit. And it seems kind of like odd, but they look to like take off their bandana, and you see they have like a rather grisly looking face. Not too grisly, but it doesn't look like it's in a great state. I'd say it would look, but mostly, I might end up getting a different image. Yeah, I'm gonna say they end up like having more. Ooh. Yeah, they end up having like oh, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, here, I'll send it to you. They end up having a rougher looking face than you really expected them to, unless you saw it prior. But wait, here we go. And it's kind of like shocking to you a little bit, due to how kind of grisly it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Given everything you know about them, it's kind of surprising, or everything you heard, that like this no-name hunter would have such a terrifying injury.
Okay, and like I said, okay.
Otherwise, they're sweeping and mopping the floors, and they kind of look around.
That's what I can see there.
Little worried that someone might see them with their scar. But given how late it is, they seem confident to do what they have.
Okay, and this
and Muffadon is sleeping, I should mention.
And this snowcap that's here, it's just for viewing purposes.
You see a snowcap here?
Yeah, is that incorrect?
There's a snowcap in the building.
No, they are correct.
Now I don't see it. Now, oh,
I just moved it for a second so you can see a
Now we
snow
go.
cabin. There's a snow cabin in the building.
okay. No, I was just double checking. Okay. He's not there. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna wait like a half hour. Until he's done.
Eventually, he seems to kind of look
Or if he's
around,
done.
and you see him kind of move along here, and he looks like he's about to kind of head towards this building to like get in, and they look conflicted, like they don't know if it's like socially acceptable for them to knock and try to get into that building at this hour. You know that that's apparently where Vera lives, and they kind of seem to back up a little bit. But soon they start to kind of like back up a little bit, as if they see something. It's clearly something that you haven't seen yet.
They're backing up from where? The door here?
This position, no, as if there's something in the empty, like, open, like alley, or that they see.
So they walked like to the door up here and then started backing up back
Yeah.
this way. Okay.
And they just casually, like they're as if they're an old person, which they are at this point, walk back into the bar. And you can hear like a larger figure kind of do step, like kind of against against the like the walking stones, pressing like roughly against it and just kind of meandering before kind of shifting the door open and entering this particular building. I'm assuming
Okay.
you don't quite see them, but what you would believe, very least you would know, is that building was at one point inhabited by Azlak the Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be Azlak, but which means they must have healed from their injuries and came back here late.
Okay. So
Then I would like you to roll a perception check with the potential for boon points.
what am I? Wait, I can.
I'm not going to give you context. You can just. Would you like to
I
roll
can
a
give
perception?
boom points, and then I can give boom points for
You
more
can use
information.
you can use a boon point to add to the perception check.
points.
I'm not going to tell you that's simply like you can add like I guess 1 to 5 or more if you wish to this perception check. I won't tell you why, but you can if you want.
Can you tell me what like kind of perception check it is?
Visual, as you'll
Okay.
notice something that seems ajar. Or more so, you'll notice something that doesn't seem like a normal sight.
Okay. Yeah, I can notice things with.
Yeah, ajar wasn't quite it, but definitely something non-normative.
Okay. Sure. I'll roll and then do. Let's see. What points? Then we'll do 3 boom points. I should have rolled, and then I'll spend 3 boom points. Let's see something.
Okay, an uncommon fact
Oh,
that
damn,
most
that's a-
don't know, and even some druids forget, is that squirrels have a higher chance of having a particular mutation. This particular squirrel you've turned into seems to have this trait. Oh, wrong person. Here we go. I see.
You're about to send squirrel pics to the wrong person.
No,
That's the
yeah.
person.
I sent you my scroll. Please reply.
Okay. You see what is very blatantly something you didn't think you'd see. Whose phone is ringing? Oh, okay. We're doing a bit. Okay.
Squirrel
Regardless,
pic alert.
good. Yeah, but you see something along this rock,
Sorry about that.
and it looks like handprints kind of pressed against it. And as you look, your vision kind of like sputters a bit.
I see handprints.
Yes, like as if someone had had pressed into the rock as if it was clay, leaving prints of hands that were definitely not there that long ago. At least they don't seem, they're not the most noticeable thing, but they're noticeable enough. And it seems weird because you feel like you probably would have noticed them earlier. And the vision you see, like as you kind of like your eyes flicker, you see what is almost certainly a ghost. And you see it look kind of past you, as if it's looking through the walls, and it's looking around, and it has this unnervingly angry face. If anything, it might be the angriest face you've ever seen. There's no telling that this thing is like has intentions. But most importantly, it looks physically strong and very blue.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if Jobu's ever had any. And where you said it was like over here?
Yes, and it
on the
starts to kind of crawl towards it starts to crawl, and you notice that it looks like it's missing legs. Not like it's this, which it's hard to tell if it's just a ghost thing, but as you look, it's almost like its lower half was removed, or as if like parts of it were taken off surgically. And it starts to kind of crawl towards you in this direction. And it's like it gets right in front of a Mammophedon, and its face shifts, and it looks like a face of pity.
Okay, he said it's looking past me, so I'm going to move.
Albeit now its face looks to be looking at the Mammophedon.
Right.
And it's directly in front of here. And this person also looks like, it's hard to tell exactly, but they look like they might be a human, or have been a human in a past life.
Okay. I move, does it notice my movement?
It seems not to mind you, for you are a squirrel to it. At least that's what it seems initially. Albeit, every now and then, it does seem to look in your direction. And so there's a possibility it knows, but...
Alright, I'm gonna move up one more. Does it seem to... does it seem to be interested in the Mammophedon?
It seems to shift its head towards you very slightly, and seems to mouth something, and then it looks back to the Mammophedon. Do you think Jebabu has had any experience reading lips before, or do you think they could potentially do that on the fly?
Reading lips? Probably not. Probably not like this.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't have gotten ghost lip reading from this.
Would you like to roll for it with disadvantage, or not at all?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do a roll at disadvantage.
I'd say
Perception.
Either perception or straight intelligence.
Let's do perception.
Unless someone thinks there's a better one to pick, a better thing for this.
All right, well, let's say perception. That's probably my best bet.
Maybe charisma might not be bad.
I'd argue just the straight intelligence as it is. Like, you can already see the lips moving. He's trying to work out what
Yeah,
he said.
I agree with that. Roll intelligence. At disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, disadvantage. That's right. 2.
Yeah, you can't quite make it out. It looks to you again and tries to say something else, and you just don't pick it up. You're not sure what it's saying, and then it kind of almost like looks like it sighs, as if it's like, you know, recognizing there was no point to talking to a squirrel. And then it seems to like you kind of, you know, you being a squirrel, you kind of blink some more, and you start to kind of, the ghostly figure starts to blur and become harder to see. Until you can only really see nothing, and then suddenly you can see its fingertips and its hands, but only that? And it's weird. And you see these hands seem to get closer and closer to the head of the Mimophodon. Do you do anything?
I'm gonna. Yeah, sure. I'll come. Yeah, I guess I'll come out of wild shape form here. And then. Oops. Hold on. Okay. Damn, like that. And then. I'll cast Enlarge, Reduce on the other Methodon. And I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but it ended with Boo. What was his name again?
Gavaboo. Here, I'll put it on the thing.
Yeah, can you type that out? Yeah, Enlarge, Reduce on him.
There we go. It's now visible to you. Scavaboo on the token.
Scavaboo. Cool. What would be better? And I don't know, if I enlarge him, would he just be still stuck in there?
Thing.
Reduce
You turn into a Mimophodon to do that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I unwild shaped.
As you do that, like, the hands immediately shift back and start to, like, starting with a wrist, they start to become invisible to you. And within like 5 seconds, the hands are, or maybe like 2 to 3 seconds, the hands are simply just not visible to you anymore, but have shifted away from Scavaboo.
His hands shifted away.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to grab its head, and do something, but they seemed to move away, like as if like a quick reaction to what you did, as if like your sudden appearance is like scaring these hands off, or in some way, or maybe they're choosing to go off because of your appearance, your sudden change.
Oh, okay, good.
But do you?
Okay.
That's the second you come in and turn back and shift back. Do you once you shift back, that's what happens like immediately, or at least within the first couple seconds. Do you still cast any spells?
Yeah. I guess I do. I guess I'm kind of scared shitless. Yeah, from a ghost. That's probably Javu's first ghost. And he seems to go away, and I can get back to what I'm here to do. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna cast Enlarge Reduce on him, and I'd like to reduce him, in the hopes that I'll make him small enough that I'll be able to.
Pull him out.
Yes.
Well, they're sleeping, so from my understanding, the spell would auto-succeed. So
Yeah.
we'd be willing by the fact that they don't have a choice to be unwilling, and they haven't been woken up.
Okay.
You pull them out.
He's still asleep.
Well, they still. I'd say that they suddenly get smaller and slide down like the shaft a little bit, and they seem to be still asleep. But it's entirely possible they might have just woken up and they have their eyes closed.
Okay. I'm going to. I just kind of like reach down, in the earth hole with my trunk and cast another Cure Wounds on him, or going for his leg this time.
Okay. They seem to either not do anything or simply let you. It's hard to tell. It's not clear if they're still sleeping, but it's possible if you try to listen in, they might be snoring or something. Albeit not. Actually, yeah, I'd say they'd still be snoring, just not as loudly since they're not as big. I guess that's a more fair circumstance. Because if they're going to be snoring, if they suddenly stop, that would be indicative of something. Okay, that seems to help. It's not, if they have permanent if they have bone fractures, it's hard to say how much that will fix, but at least that things in one direction. At least helps. Seems to help a little bit. They still might have issues walking. Who knows what? But I'd say that definitely helps some of the exterior or some of the wounds. Albeit, keep in mind they were bandaged up to some degree, even kind of chained up a little bit by the people around.
Okay. And he's still asleep.
They seem to be in this moment.
I'm going to. I guess.
Do you make them big? If you make them big again, they might not be in the exact. Actually, never mind. Go on.
I'm gonna just I guess go down a little bit and reach out and grab him up.
Oh, so you're gonna take him out? Okay.
He's reaching.
Do a strength check, I guess,
Strength.
to pick him up because they're smaller, but they're still, a big guy.
Just becomes super dense. Strength.
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, they're still even for becoming size class medium does not make them suddenly just a tiny little guy. They're still big and still hard to move.
Okay. Jebu's gonna get down. Get down in there for real this time. And really give it all he's got. And could I argue that this to be more of a athletics check because it's more of a power lift, really.
Okay, yeah. That if you're trying to get at a certain angle, I'd say that you could get advantage if you're making a good if you've thought out a decent way to try to get a good angle and you're really trying to go at it and use both your trunk and your arms maybe and some other stuff. Yeah, go for it. So I'll get you to roll with advantage.
Athletics, yes.
Oh, athletics. Oh wait, yeah, athletics advantage.
That's what I'm trying to get. Okay. Cool. 26.
Okay. Like as if you were like weightlifting, yeah. You managed to get them up, and they still are asleep.
Oh my god.
A deep sleeper. Given you never like dropped them terribly, just was you like having a difficult time like picking them up. If you drop them, they probably might wake.
Yeah, I'm going to get them out of the hole. And then drop them right here. And I do want to like drop them like with a little bit of height, like in order to wake them up. Or if they don't
Okay,
wake up to that, I want to like.
Where did you drop them? Just back in the hole, or?
No, like just like off to the side. No, not back in the hole. Like off to the side.
Okay.
At least a little bit.
Right.
But like not like like right here without a bunch of cover, like on one of the sides or something. I want to make sure he's woken up. I want to.
I'd say it ends up waking him up. He's a bit flood. His eyes open up. He looks around. He's smaller than normal, so he's kind of confused by that. But he like sees you. The spirits made their choice, it seems. Per se. Or I mean, per se. Sorry. And they start to kind of speak in a whisper when they realize their circumstances, but not that it's late at night. I take it you're letting me go.
I am. You are free now.
I have.
Where will you be going now?
I'm going to leave this place and head home, I guess. I will see if they will take me back. Which I think they will, but there might be opinions. But I will head to Old Klingai. And that's because you seem to have some reason to dislike Dorak. And regardless if it's how deep it lay, it seems to be based in good judgment. I'm sorry for the things I said earlier to you, but I did feel they were necessary. For I fear our Kaid is getting weak. And I don't mean that in some deep way like I believe our Kaid are meant to be strong, or meant to be some type of profound way or anything.
Yes, things may not be as good as they appear.
Just stand up for what you believe in, what you feel is the case. And stand up for our kin. Whichever way you feel is necessary. Perhaps not my route. Perhaps intensified violence is not your way. Or maybe it is. Just in different ways than mine.
Yes, I absolutely will. And as for Dorak, yes, as I understand it, he only brings death and destruction to this land. Even if he might promise you and your people the little piece that is taken from him, or that was taken from you.
Okay, quick meta question.
T-
Did I describe him having jewelry that you took? A different previous session? That anyone
Jewelry?
took?
No,
Jewelry of any kind, or little like circlets
not
or anything like that?
me. I don't.
Did someone take them?
I don't know if. No, I think I did like probably get like the closest to inspect him. I didn't like get up in his items or anything. I think I just got like a pretty good description of his tusks and like
Did
physical
anyone-
appearance.
Did anyone else take them? Because I'm trying to remember if he would still have them or not. Did anyone take any items from his Scavaboo?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Abaddon?
No.
I could check your inventory. Yeah, I don't see anything in your inventory on it. So yeah, I think we're good. Okay. I'd say they kind of wander around there and kind of. Now that they're small, obviously the chains fell off, so they kind of rummage through their clothing, and they still have a kind of a bit of a limp, but they kind of pull something out. You could have these. You could embrace them upon those totemic tusks of yours. They might do you some good. And he hands you some circlets, or I guess little. You could think of it as like bracelets. They look visually like the little gold bracelet things around their around their tusk here in this image.
Perfect. Hey, that's the best visual representation for like a totem. That's exactly what a totem is on my tusk.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, that's perfect.
They may aid you in their power, but for me, I hadn't really had the time to attune to them. I just wore them along with things. For I didn't have them in prison, but they were in a box of belongings. They may aid you in your endeavors, but I think that's all I have for now. My only question for you, I guess it's less of a question. If you remember, how old are you, I guess?
About 220. Give or take. It's easy to lose years how far north we are.
You're older than I thought you'd be, but... So maybe there's a chance, but... Still, it was a little older than that, then... I'm 296. And... I maybe have a slight glimpse of the time you were speaking of, but... There was a time when there were more of us. We were more plentiful. Many of us were nomadic, but some stayed in villages. But now... Those nomadic days are over. There's few of us in villages, maybe a handful that... are out there, but to stay alone, or to stay in fields is... no longer a thing for our kin. We've been hunted despite our intelligence for a long time. It used to we thought it was just from man, but that was never the case. For the Goliaths are also at fault, but not all of them. The old order I have not seen do any such things. The Frostpick I'm uncertain on, but I am believed that Dorak of his Frostpick was either changing the ways or perhaps following the corrections. The Yorm and some of the others are less hard to say, but I definitely say the Beastmake haven't been great, and certainly the Sunder clan has been shown its worth on killing our kin. that is all I will leave. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Scovaboo.
If you are needing help of those to the north, in Falagas, I will do what I can to get them to help you if you come there. Goodbye.
I'm sure our paths will cross again. And I'm gonna wild shape into... Did the drunk guy say something out loud about it being... about a squirrel being around here weird?
He said it was kind of weird. You haven't seen many squirrels up here, probably because it's like there's like not that much like green space. There's a bit of green space, but it's not too crazy. It's more likely there might be some rats, or you're not quite sure exactly what's around here. But he seemed to be odd that there was just a normal squirrel. Maybe there might be ground squirrels around here, or maybe like big rats or something, or marmots, or
All right, we'll do a rat this time.
Probably Pika.
I'll wild shape into a rat and scurry along.
Okay, you that or a Pika?
Back down south to where I was sleeping.
Okay, Pika look like this. Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna say that's where we're gonna end. Sorry for only one scene after the break, but I didn't want to push things too long. And also, this gives means for next session to be what I thought this session was going to be.
Oh.
Which I will just straight up say, if people think the pacing is too slow, let me know. This is the slowest pacing I think I've done in a very long time. And this game is notorious for slow pacing.
Heard. Moving to boom points.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a boom point to Jade for the really good RP earlier on with Nornless.
Let's go next. Otherwise, I'll call on people.
I don't have one to give.
Okay. I'll call on people. Abaddon, would you like to go?
I don't really have one either.
Okay. Golier? / Jade? Who is muted? Yes. I mean, I was gonna go with that too, but yeah.
Whichever way you get one from Jade.
Okay.
Alright. And then I'll give mine to Nornalis. For his RP with Jade. That was it's pretty cool.
Thank you kindly.
Secrets.
And I'm gonna give one to Jevaboo specifically for choosing to free Scavaboo, the Manaphodon. Despite there definitely being issues on both sides of the coin here. And your choice to, I guess, also kind of a choice to spend boo points on something you didn't know what would happen. I also promise you that ghosting is not going to be irrelevant. That might be. We'll see how much it happens, but that will be a long-term special thing. We'll see how it goes. But don't think of it being irrelevant to anything going forward. It'll definitely come up again. I promise you that. And I'm going to consider, just to confirm, how many boom points did you spend on that?
3.
Okay. That's okay. If you spent 1, I probably wouldn't do anything extra, but expect some extra circumstances. But I will say, full disclosure, because of that, in canon, squirrels can kind of see into the ethereal planes sometimes. That's canon. As in,
I totally forgot. Okay,
yeah,
so that's a mutation. Yeah, that's a mutation.
Yeah.
Squirrels can. Okay.
Yeah, that's a trait that squirrels sometimes have. It might just be a specific subspecies of squirrel, or that can do that. But whatever. Yeah, squirrels can sometimes see in the ethereal plane. It's a thing that druids just kind of forget about sometimes, but some of them are like, oh yeah, that could happen. People should know about that.